Hi there, this is Arthur with biohackingmyillness.com, and I just finished a post on L-carnitine, and I would like to share that with you. Just please keep in mind that, you should read the disclaimer on the website, but I'm not a doctor, and if you're looking to treat, diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease, just talk to your licensed healthcare practitioner and just don't take supplements just because you read online that they should be good. So I just actually just finished this particular blog post on L-carnitine, and this is going to be my next supplement to try. I'm doing 500 milligrams of L-carnitine twice a day at lunch and dinner. I actually don't know if this is the best time to take it. I will have to, do some more research on that. I actually know how to get that information, but I've been procrastinating on that. Anyways, what's my take on L-carnitine in general? So there's a lot of research, but it's primarily outdated, or at least it's very old. Most of the research talking about the benefits of L-carnitine date back to the 90s. Actually, you can see L-car, which is it's acetyl L-carnitine. It's a specific version of carnitine. You can actually see all the versions or all the forms of L-carnitine in here. But anyways, the most of the research goes back to the 90s, and it says that L-car basically led to significant improvements in specific patients with Alzheimer's and whatnot. And that's mostly 2 grams a day for either 6 months or 12 months. So L-car has some research on it as far as cognitive function, but it's kind of old. Now, I was also able to identify some of the things that are important to me, like fatigue, ammonia reduction, inflammation, cholesterol markers or lipid markers, insulin, general cognition again, and a few others. But most of that is actually very old research. There's not new research on L-carnitine or the other derivatives of carnitine, like L-car. So that's just bad. Let's wait that there's some more newer research. Anyways, it seems to be kind of safe. You should Google it up by yourself or look it up by yourself. But I usually look at examine.com for toxicity references, and apparently 3 grams a day for 3 weeks was safe. So, I will personally do between 1 gram and 2 grams. I'll actually bump it to 2 grams eventually. So, 3 grams appears to be on the safe side, but still do your research. Then I also talk about the possible danger of L-carnitine in hypothyroid people, because I've seen a lot of people questioning whether L-carnitine could be taken if you're hypothyroid. And actually, I'm going through a major thyroid crash or crisis, whatever you want to call it, and I'm highly, highly focused on a thyroid, so I had to look this up. And it just turns out that there is some research saying that L-carnitine is actually a peripheral antagonist of thyroid hormone action, which basically inhibits T3 and T4 to get into the cell. And there's in that on that line, there's some research saying that L-carnitine can be used for hyperthyroid because it actually disables or diminishes the action of T3 and T4 with good results. So I think that most people are afraid that L-carnitine is bad for hypothyroid because of this study. And I'm not questioning any study at all, and this one in particular. What I want to say is that it would be indirectly suggesting that L-carnitine is actually, like I said right here, it's indirectly suggesting that L-carnitine should not be used for hypothyroid people. Like, you don't have a specific paper stating or proving or showing that L-carnitine is bad for hypothyroid. According to my research, you should do your research, but according to mine, there's none. what there is a study showing that L-carnitine actually helps with fatigue in hypothyroid people, which is this study right here. L-carnitine levels improved with thyroid hormone treatment. This is actually not the study. It should be somewhere here. Right. L-carnitine is proven to help with fatigue in hypothyroid people. And by the way, there's a correlation between T3 and T4 and L-carnitine, and this is known from since the 70s. I was actually able to find this paper from the 70s that showed that. It's proven to help with fatigue in hypothyroid people. Like I said, this paper, which is this one right here, I'll open it. It's actually fairly recent, 2016, L-carnitine supplementation for the management of fatigue in patients with hypothyroidism. So it's, randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled, so it should be good. This paper showed that L-carnitine can actually improve mental and physical fatigue in many patients with hypothyroidism, which, to some extent seems to go in the opposite direction of the previous study. But yeah, this is something that I've watched people writing online saying that L-carnitine, if you're hypothyroid, there could be a danger, and I'm not saying otherwise. I'm just saying that the research I found does not go in that direction, or it doesn't prove that evidently. So, and I decided to pick L-carnitine. I'll give you the reasons on my blog, and I'll update the post as I go. And for now, I'm doing 500 milligrams twice a day, like I said. I will bump that up to at least 2 grams for a while, then I'll stop it. I think that the best way for me is to cycle it. I'm hypothyroid, a little bit hypothyroid, but I'm also on keto, and I need to process my fats efficiently, and that's something that L-carnitine helps with. This is kind of a complex problem because on one hand you have the transport of fats into the cell's mitochondria, and on the other hand you have the processing of the cells in the GI tract, right? So those are different things, but for the transporting of the of the fatty acids, L-carnitine is known to help. And eventually I will play with L-car as well, so I may change from L-carnitine to L-car, which is acetyl L-carnitine, because of brain fog, because it is supposed to help with brain fog and cognition in general. And since I'm hypothyroid, I'm having a little bit of that right now, and I would like to offset that. Anyways, just read the entire post. This is obviously not medical advice. You should do your own research and take your own conclusions. But I think that I just grabbed a lot of research and a lot of data, and I put it here, and it's definitely good information for you to read if you're trying to, or if you're thinking about using L-carnitine. So hope you stay well. See you on the next post. Have a good one. Bye-bye.